Not many things.
We do a lot of things.
Okay, our next speaker. Captain Eager. Is Mary, is it Bagnola?
Correct.
Mary Bagnola with a speech entitled Spam Can It? With a speech entitled Spam Can It? Mary Bagnola.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest. If you're an internet junkie like I am, you have several email accounts. And it's very hard to go through these 6 or 7 different email accounts and get rid of all the spam that's in there. I sign up for deals daily so that I can get coupons or special offerings from different restaurants. But you go through and after a while you just don't want that information anymore. So how do you control all this information? How do you get rid of the unwanted mail? After working in the email marketing industry for about 6 years, I found a couple tricks of the trade, and I've also learned a lot about different regulations out there. One of them is called the CAN-SPAM Act, which stands for the Controlling the Abuse of Non-Solicited Pornography and Marketing Act of 2003. It was an FTC act. So in that act, they have several different provisions involved. For instance, a reputable sender, in order to identify a reputable sender, the from address must not be deceiving. So if you are getting an email from Walt Disney World, for example, the from address would actually say Walt Disney World rather than Walt Disney himself. It would be very open and honest and transparent that this is who you're getting the email from. The subject line should not be deceiving either. The subject line should also indicate whether or not the message included, the content, contains any adult material. Because you want to make sure that as children you see that and you're like, well, I'm not going to open this, if we have any honest children out there. The from address, or the content must also include the physical address of the company. So as you're going through and opening up all your different emails, you can go in and check to make sure that this email has all that content. There must also be an operable and visible unsubscribe link. And so when you are doing your, when you're going through your emails and you decide you don't want to get email from Walt Disney World, you can go through and unsubscribe. Now my suggestion is not to click on this link until you've checked all the other factors in that email, because it may be a phishing attack, which means that somebody's trying to get you to enter your information, your personal information, when you go to the site. In addition to CAN-SPAM, which if you see any problems, you are definitely more than willing and able, and you should contact the FTC or Spam House so that they are aware of this problem. There are some other industry best practices that are going out there for reputable companies. For example, you use double opt-ins. So when you go to a different site and that you haven't been to before and you put in your email address, you want to make sure that there is a checkbox and a privacy policy that you can click on in order to have them tell you whether or not your information will be sold to other people, other companies, just willy-nilly. Make sure that their storage procedures for your information is secure and proper. And there will be a checkbox in there that says, I've read and agreed to these terms and agreements, terms and conditions, and once you check that, you are considered an opt-in. Now, many companies are also moving it forward to the double opt-in method, which means that once you say, yes, I want to receive your emails, they will send you another email saying, thanks for signing up. Are you sure you really want to receive email from us? With that, you can click on the link and say, yes, I really do. Or there will be an unsubscribe link on there saying, no, I signed up by accident. In addition to these measures and best practices, as a consumer, you have some responsibilities to protect your own information. If you sign up for a site, know who you're signing up for. My mother loves to knit and sew, so she signs up for Joanne Fabrics, and she gets coupons through the mail through that. Now, if she were to go to some small knit shop and she doesn't know what their company policy is, it might not be a good idea in order to sign up for that website unless you really trust the owners of the business. You want to remember who you signed up for. Now that's a big thing. I get a lot of complaints working on the email side of things when consumers forgot that they signed up for Scholastic books, and they send an email saying, I've never signed up for this, and we have proof saying, you know, you signed up on this date at this site. And so just remember who you signed up for. Add people to whitelists. I know it's on every email out there saying, you know, make sure to add us to your whitelist so that you actually receive the emails from us, but it's actually a really good policy because only the items or the people that you know for sure and trust are on your whitelist. They will come through to your inbox. Everybody else should go directly into spam. Report spam. Again, if you're getting ads from Viagra and Cialis, I don't think you really want those. So you might want to report that to the FTC or to Spam House, and hopefully they can track down those senders. So there are definitely a couple tips of the trade for consumers out there. So just make sure that you keep your eyes open and make sure you're checking all your emails and all the content before you actually start clicking on links before your information will get out there to the wrong hands.